Okay, we're back, and so we've got this kind of cut in here, these legs separated. All right. Okay. Now, all I had was a 1/4 inch piece of basswood, so I went ahead and cut it out of a 1/4 inch piece of basswood, which is way too thick. And we're just going to have to bring it down. That's all there is to it. All right. I just take my knife. I just start bringing it down. Now, I can have the feather straight, or I can have it kind of curved a little bit. I like it kind of curved just a little bit. I think it looks unique. But for now, we're just going to bring it straight. We have to thin it up a whole lot to make it what we want it. I like I say, see, by making this feather bigger, I would have to use even more basswood up here to make the feather. So why not just, I have a scrap piece of basswood, use that to cut out my feather, and I mean, I've made them with the feather on it, but it's so much easier and so much cheaper to not waste. I try not to waste basswood because it's expensive. I mean, you're talking about $4, $4.50 a board foot, which is pretty steep. I mean, it's not outrageous, you know, like walnut or something like that, but it's still, you know, you don't want to waste it either. And a lot of people give me basswood, have given me some, and I try to be very conservative with what people give me, and not be wasteful. Of course, I grew up in a time too that I try not to waste. I try to if I have some scrap pieces, I'll cut them down or what it is, and that's why I say with this feather, I just gonna bring it down. I'll just take my knife. Now I know it brings it closer to your fingers and stuff, but still, I'm just I've done this so much it doesn't really bother me. Get you a Band-Aid or something, put on the end of your finger here. All right, now as you can see, it's still way too thick, so this has to be brought down. Okay, now it's getting down pretty low now, so we're going to take a little bit more off. So we're getting it down pretty good. Plus, you can make, by doing it separate, you can make it a bigger feather. You know, you make it big and kind of cute. All right. All right, there we go. Now, I'm gonna bring this down even a little bit more. Now, what I want to do is I want to take and I want to draw me a. You want to leave a little bit of room because you want to draw you a little bit of a center line on your feather, and then just sort of on each side. Like this. Okay. And one down here, of course. And you just simply take your V tool and you run it down the center of your feather, and then you just kind of running on each side like this. Just to make your little feather. Okay. I had to change them to come from this side. There we go. Now it's small here, so you want to be careful. You want to be careful. See, you've got your feather here, and do the same thing here. I'm just going to go ahead and run my this down the center, and then just sort of come from each side. Doesn't have to be perfect or nothing, where it just sort of gives an indication of being a feather. Yeah. Okay. Now, you want to be sure you have enough room to put it back here. So you want to cut, you don't want to cut back on you just want to cut back on your hair a little bit, and then you can add your things later, and this gives it plenty of room back here. Put your feather, and then you just take a little super glue, put it back here, and take your feather, stick it on, hold it. You want to get it kind of centered. You want to make sure that it's centered. Then you can pour a little super glue in there, just back here, and let it dry. Just sort of like that. This is a little, I'll need to come down with this just a little bit in here. There we go. Okay. Put it on there like that. And then when it dries, then you can kind of come back here and you can kind of, you know, get the feather, get all this down low, and where it fits real good. I'm going to put a little bit more super glue back here. Okay. And you let that dry, and you've got your little feather back here, and then you come back here and then you start bringing this down even more back here where it lines up with the feather itself, in other words, where it doesn't stick out or anything like that. And basically I'll show you I'll show you when I get this taken down back here a little bit. You're done. You're done with this, in other words. So what it is just basically, it's like a little egg Indian, done from a little egg type figure. And I'll show you the end result in a little while, okay? Okay. God bless you.